Have you ever walked away from a perfectly normal conversation, only to replay it again and again in your head? Then the questions begin. Did I say too much? Did I sound awkward? Maybe I should have answered differently. The strange part is that every time you replay the memory, your brain adds a little more doubt. Soon your imagination quietly takes over. What if they misunderstood what I meant? What if they secretly judged me? What if they're still thinking about that conversation? Your imagination slowly replaces reality. Here's what's fascinating. While you're replaying every tiny detail in your head, the other person has probably already moved on. They're thinking about dinner, the conversation that consumed your mind barely crossed years ago. This habit actually kept us alive. Imagine walking through a dense forest with your family. Every unfamiliar sound, every movement in the bushes could mean the difference between assuming the worst wasn't anxiety, it was survival. If the bushes hid nothing, you lost a few seconds. But if they hid a predator, one wrong decision could cost everything. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable, it's trying to keep you prepared. The problem is, it can't always tell the difference between a real threat, harmless possibility that exists only inside your imagination. That's why one small mistake can suddenly feel enormous. A single unanswered text becomes rejection. One awkward sentence becomes embarrassment. One uncertain decision becomes a disaster. The strange part. Overthinking doesn't feel useless. In fact, it feels incredibly productive. Your brain convinces you that if you just think a little longer, analyze one more, find the perfect answer. Here's what actually happens. Every new question creates two more questions. Every possible answer creates another doubt. Problem, your mind quietly builds an endless maze with no exit. Call this rumination. It's the habit of thinking about the same problem over and over, without ever moving to a solution. It feels like progress, but you're really just walking in circles inside your own mind. Imagine running as fast as you possibly can, but never getting anywhere. That's exactly what overthinking does. It gives you the feeling of constant effort, without the reward of real progress. It's like sitting inside a parked car, pressing harder and harder on the accelerator. The engine gets louder, the fuel disappears, but unless you actually shift into drive, nothing changes. Something that surprises most people. Your brain doesn't care whether a danger is real or simply imagined. If you vividly picture yourself failing, being embarrassed, or getting rejected, that's why your heart races before an interview, your palms sweat before speaking, and your stomach tightens before something difficult. Your body isn't reacting to reality, your mind keeps telling itself. But here's the important part. Just because your brain creates a thought doesn't mean it's true. Your brain creates thousands of thoughts every single day. Some are helpful.
Imagine sitting beside a road. Cars keep passing all day long. You don't chase. Thoughts work exactly the same way, and then they naturally move on if you simply let them. Next time you catch yourself overthinking, don't try to force the thoughts away. Fighting your thoughts usually makes them even stronger. Instead, pause for a moment, take one slow breath. Then ask yourself one simple question. Is this thought helping me, or is it simply trying to scare me? That single question creates something incredibly powerful. Life has always been moving forward. The only thing standing still was your attention. The moment you stop chasing every anxious thought, you finally have the energy to notice opportunities. Remember this, the strongest mind isn't the one that never overthinks. It's the one that knows when to stop listening to fear. Your thoughts will always come and go. If this video helped you understand your mind a little better, subscribe for more videos on psychology, human behavior, and the science behind everyday thoughts. Until next time, be kind to your mind.